by myself, and just so you know, my slides are trash because I am not a slide person, but this talk is hopefully, not trash. Let's try it again. Yes, this thing doesn't work. But I mean, here we go, fire. Okay, I like to start with a little bit of humor. I have a very weird sense of humor, and sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's very outrageous, and some of you guys met me last night, and you've heard a lot of my life story of where I've been, what I do. But at the end of the day, my story is I'm adopted into Canada. Ooh, my dad's a Dutch business owner. We have a joke that we run that it was a buy one get one free situation. And most people think we're kidding about that, but when you really think about it, he had two of us and we stocked the bottom shelves because his real kids got older and bigger. So I've been around business a long time, and one thing my dad taught me from the very start was referral business is going to always be your best business. Always take time and really cultivate this. So running an online business, I would say probably, I could look back at the data to be honest, but I would say comfortably without even second guessing it, 50 to 60% of my clients are all referrals. So, and that gets easier and easier every time I do this. So I've designed some referral systems, but that's a little bit about that. So top tier referrals, make it make sense, okay? At the end of the day, people want to give you referrals. They truly do if you've created a good foundation. Now Lexi did a talk about onboarding, and I'm not gonna go deep into the onboarding, but if you dial that onboarding process to fit your values, your niche, your goals, your vision, your passion, you will get really high quality referrals. And that is a guarantee. So this January I'm running a referral challenge, and I've gotten over 10 different referrals, and I've increased all my prices, and I've closed every single one that I've sat with.
Wow.
So it works very well. Having good fulfillment. You're not gonna get referrals if you have shit fulfillment. Just saying. It's pretty straightforward, pretty easy. This system, this is what I wanna teach you guys today. How do you have a referral system that is, well, it's like an SOP. You just know it works when you do this. And when you tell your clients this, it's gonna work. So, first things first, Meg,
Yeah.
you were eating a bar earlier today. What was it?
Grenade.
Grenade. Do you like it?
Love it.
Love it? Why?
Because I love Oreo.
There you go. Okay, cool. Meg just referred us Grenade Oreo bars. You see how easy that was? Now, I met a whole bunch of you guys last night, and some of you guys were talking about software, some of you guys were talking about restaurants, some of you guys were talking about just things that you enjoy. Every time you mentioned one of those companies, a bar, a drink, a food, a thing, that is a referral. I treat my referrals with my clients exactly like we all went to a barbecue and got shit-faced, and they're like, oh, it's my buddy Bob, he's a mechanic. That's how I want my clients to feel, where it's just super, super easy. So foundation, this part of the process, obviously if you don't do it right, okay? It's just not gonna work out.
These are good.
Like I said, my slides are, they're interesting. Okay, what makes a good referral? Deliver exceptional results, personalize the journey, and solve their pain points quickly. I've got referrals 48 hours after onboarding somebody, and the person hasn't lost a single pound. Nothing changed, like literally 48 hours because of this and this. That onboarding process in the first 48 hours was so dialed into this person because I listened to what they said, and I knew it. And the reason I got referrals from her, it was then her best friend, and her husband. So 3. So I made, it ended up being, so it was about $15,000 of revenue collected in 48 hours.
Jesus.
And what happened there was because of the onboarding process, and I just listened to her, and she's like, I've never been through an onboarding process like this, and that's why I refer these other 2 people, because they also suffered from this. They had done other coaches who were just like, cool, thanks for your money, and here's your PDF, or here's your trainer eyes, or here's this, and good luck, we'll meet next week. So that's why the onboarding is so important, because it will generate a fast referral with 0 results done yet. And I've seen that through and through. Most of my referrals come within the first 30 days to 45 days. No idea why that's just black. Identify and nurture leads. Find the profile of your best clients. Not every client is going to be a great referee client. We all know this, right? There's some people who just come into our programs, and unfortunately they're just kind of there, right? And that's great. One day that may change, so you always still nurture them. but reality is, like Aaron has, he's got that one lady who's like his cheerleader. Like this girl shows up, she waits, she does this. That is one of his best clients that he could get really good referrals from because she's so bought into his culture, his system, and everything. Those are the clients you really want to master and you want to work with. Everyone else build the relationships. We talked about that earlier where it's like relationships are going to be key. This like everyone's on social media, everyone does this, like, but are you actually spending time with these people and building relationships? Like I'm driving down to London after this conference is done and I texted one of my clients saying, hey, let's go for a coffee, let's chat. Me and James been talking about this guy for a while. Then I was like, the fuck does a 15-minute coffee get into? Let's go for a fucking workout. So now we're gonna go get a workout. I didn't even bring workout clothes, so I'm gonna go buy workout clothes.
You didn't even bring a coat.
I didn't bring a coat, okay?
What did you bring?
You need a coat.
Nothing. Literally nothing.
He brought his slides.
These fucking slides, okay?
Riley Stone.
All right. Ask at the right time, okay? Capitalizing on clients high. So this was the key is when I was onboarding that one lady, she was so jazzed up about this. She's like, this is so awesome, blah, blah. And I was like, fantastic. Who else has struggled with an onboarding process from a coach? Just tell me one of your best friends or anyone. Just toss me a name. And she did. And I was like, cool. Her name was Courtney. I was like, cool. Well, maybe Courtney will be interested in this later on, but let's keep going. And I just went way past it. 2 days later is when I got a message and Courtney wanted to meet me. So, capitalize on their high, because their high can be at any point. It could be when they lose their first pound. It could be when they have lower back pain, or when they reduce their back pain. It could be when they lose their first 20 pounds. It could literally be after the onboarding process. Like, you have no idea. It could be that you're just excited about the app. They'd be like, this is fucking sweet. I can track my habits all in one spot. Wow, I was using this app, and this app. Fantastic. So, pay attention to that. Don't be a shark when you ask, okay? I was looking for the Finding Nemo, shocks, operations, not food. I couldn't find that little slide, so we're gonna just go past that one here. Make it clear, have a simple process, okay? If you don't, then you're setting the bar too high and your clients won't give you referrals. If you make this complex, they're gonna be like, see you later, right? I know myself, I love to have systems in place and love doing things, but the simpler the system, the more effective I can apply it to. Complicated systems can be very beneficial, but when it's to your clients, just keep it simple, guys. And I will teach you the system that I use. I got 2. Day 10, end of onboarding, okay? Day 21 and day 45. These are what I found my hotspots for me. This could change for you guys, and that's okay, right? Like I said, we're not all the same. Let's please not be cookie cutters. But the end of my onboarding process, I've got clients that are on fire. And I ask very specific questions at the end of this onboarding. Day 21, they've gotten some results. They're feeling more energized, they're sleeping better, they might have lost a little bit of weight, shedding some of that water weight because they're just not feeling as bloated. So they are starting to see results. So I'm sprinkling then, and for sure day 45. I do not wait much longer than that at the end of the day. All right, the system.
You find after that 45-day period that the likelihood of a referral coming through is much less?
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Now there is ways to re-engage that and spark that. I'll talk about 2 systems. One is a faster system, where it's like for new people coming in the door to keep that ball rolling. Yeah, because usually what happens, like after 60 days, the referral potential is a lot less because like they're not on this fire train, right? Your touch points are probably a little bit less depending. Like for me, my onboarding, I have so many touch points. That's just like, right? So there's so much trust. It's kind of like what Aaron was saying. You got 7 hours, right? I'm giving these people hours and hours, and they're like, man, this guy really cares. He's so focused on my onboarding and getting me through this in like my first 60 days that there's no way I'm gonna fail. There's no possible way. All my friends need him, right? So this system, have a way to show them how it works. You can build this in GHL. I don't have mine in GHL anymore. I used to, by the way, and it was an automated system. So I'm just gonna, yeah, so basically here, I'll try to explain this. Sorry, I get really sidetracked sometimes. I hope you can see this. So you can build a landing page in GHL, and I open this up while I'm doing my onboarding. So in the middle of onboarding, when things are this, remember, look for that high point, look for that excitement point. Then I stop for a quick second. I go, would you like a chance to win back all your coaching or get it for free, by the way, just out of curiosity, if I could tell you how? Every person says, well, fuck, duh. I just invested $4,500, $2,000, $1,500, whatever it is. Cool, well, we have a crazy great referral program, and if you got 30 seconds, I'd love to just tell you about it, how you can just win back your coaching. And I always wait for them to say yes. I've never had someone say no, not yet. So, and I go, cool, awesome. Who here has played Snakes and Ladders? Good, awesome. Did anyone love landing on the snakes? No. Anyone love landing on the ladders?
Yes.
Yeah, so we run a tiered referral system. In the first 45 days, you can use the ladders. So if you make one introduction, and I sit with that person, book a call, you are taking the ladder from tier 1 to tier 5, which could be upwards of $500 cash back for that referral, if they join our program. That unlocks it. So people like that, like, oh shit, I've got 45 days, all I have to do is make an introduction, he has to sit down with them, and I just unlock it. They don't necessarily get $500 yet, but if that person signs up, we send them $500. That person signs up in 6 months, we send them $500. The end. But the coolest thing is, what we tell them is like, hey, just so you know, you unlock that top tier in that 45 days, you stay there for life. And we mark this down, we track this. So it's not just like, well, fuck, who did this, who didn't do this. And that way, they're gunning for it. They're like, holy fuck, all I have to do is this person doesn't buy or not. That's what they get. But then we turn around and say, because of that relationship that you're gonna make an introduction for us, we're gonna give that person, whether they buy something or not, we don't give a fuck, okay? We're gonna give them blank, blank, blank. So this is where you decide this as your company. We give free 30 days access to our app, which is valued at $500. Whether they sign up, if they don't sign up. They do, we take off $500. So this is called a win-win-win. This is where the referral game changes. Most people are so used to being like, oh, you'll get $100, you'll get $200, here you go. Cool, what the fuck does the person get who shows up at the call? Usually nothing. You're just pumped that you're making a sale, you're like, oh great. So we want to give them equal value or greater value. So they feel confident about going, hey, I know when I introduce Susan to Mark, she's walking away with awesome. She's either getting free access to his app for 30 days and can be a part of the community, do whatever it is, or she's saving $500. That's the win. And that's what's gonna change the game for referrals. And I know this too, like I hired a company to help me with this before actually, when I started, and they had their stats and stuff, they're saying most people, they want a referral bonus. But what they're afraid of is, well, this other person might know I'm getting something out of this. So that's why we made it so that we're gonna give something out of this to the other person too. That way they're not afraid like, oh, well, they might know I'm getting a bonus off this. Who cares? That's fine, doesn't matter. But we're gonna give something of so great value to the other person, whether they are a client or not, that the person referring feels safe. They feel confident about that. And I've had clients so many times forget about $500. They're like, oh fuck, I forgot that I got that. Because onboarding was so good and because they know how much value we're going to give back to the referee. I think that's the way it goes. So that's how we do this. Now, on our landing page when I had this. Oh, yeah.
Your $500 that you're giving to a current client, is that on for your next sign up or when does that typically happen?
Yep, so it's on the person that they referred. So let's say D, you're brand new client, okay, we hit the end of our onboarding 10 days, you're jazzed up, things are going well, and I see this is the high point. Okay, I go, fuck, this is the high point. I go, D, just out of curiosity, would you like to earn back all your training for free? We have a really cool referral program.
Right.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, cool, awesome. Bring this up. So give me 2 names of people who fit exactly where you were. And I know you know 2 people, D, that literally want exactly what we just went through. And you're like, oh, fuck, yeah. Sharon and Bob and Sue, these are my best friends. Cool, awesome. When you're ready, you can make that introduction for us. And we start the clock. This is an automation system that starts the clock for us. That's why we have it. Now I have different systems in place. And if Bob gets introduced to us in those first 45 days and I sat down with Bob, we mark down that D has unlocked top referral tier. D stays there now forever. Bob signs up, we say, hey D, Bob signed up. After his 7-day probation is done, then we will send you the $500. Bob doesn't sign up, Bob's on our 30-day program or whatever the case is, and if Bob signs up 6 months later, because we mark this down, we know Bob's account is a referral, we go, oh, we sent D $500.
I think the question is
Oh.
also like, is it $500 cash value towards the program, like the sign, or
No.
is it actually $500 cash? Okay,
Yeah.
that's what you're asking, right?
Yeah.
So this is where you can vary as company to company, and I do different ones. There's times where I do cash value, like where it's like, hey, cash value, like, hey, you get free time or this, and that is how I started. Like I wasn't throwing away $500, okay? Like, no.
Do you want to carry on?
Yeah, so I didn't start out doing that at first, but as soon as, here's the thing, what I found in like what the company that I work with that helped me with this is when you tell someone you're gonna get $500 cash versus a voucher that is like fake in a sense, like yes, it's our time, don't get me wrong, I'm not downplaying that, but when you say $500 cash and they just gave you $2,000 cash, this goes a long way. They're like, fuck that, I'm getting people in his fucking door, I'm gonna refer some motherfuckers. That's the power of it. And that was a big difference for me. If someone told me, hey, we're gonna give you $500 off coaching. Now, as time goes on, we do run referral challenges that are outside of this that we do more value-based. Like, hey, we're giving away 1 month of coaching and this, right? That way we're not shelling out as much. But I have some numbers here later on that actually goes if it was all cash, if you did $400 on a $2,000 program. So that was your peak. But I have it broken down to $200, $300, $400. So you get to choose your cash value. You could say $250 cash, $250 in company's value, whatever it is. So $500 total, still a great offer. Go.
So I really like the impetus and urgency this creates. Is
Yes.
it called GHL?
Yeah.
This is a page in GHL you've created.
This is what I did before, a long time ago. I don't know how to use GHL. So I had someone build me this that as soon as the names got entered in here and we hit submit, they went into an email flow, a text flow, and a reminder flow saying, hey, you've got 30 days left. You know, you mentioned Bob and Sue, blah, blah, blah. And I'll show you the next slide we had how to make those connections. That's the system.
That's a question just quickly, sorry, I love this.
Yeah.
So it's essentially a format page where you plug in the names
Yeah.
and it renders out, maybe you can send it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you have to input those two names
Oh, I put it right on the call.
and
Yeah.
you show
I would
them
like
and then
to-
it's off.
Oh yeah,
I
I'll sit there and wait till they tell me two people.
Yeah.
I'll just sit there
Mm.
because I know they know two people, right? And I'm not taking phone numbers. I'm not taking last names. I don't give a fuck. I just want the first names though, because then I can go in GHL and look at these two names and I go, hey D, you mentioned your cousin Sue was kind of similar to you. Did you happen to chat with her? I just want to let you know we're coming to that 15-day mark of our referral thing, and I'd love to see you unlock that top tier, and I'd love to give her free access to our app for 30 days potentially.
And you gently follow us up on a one-to-one call. Yeah, this is great. This is,
Yeah.
I love it.
What are your other tiers?
Okay, so some of those, so someone who says, okay, like they don't make it, right? They're like, oh, like I didn't feel to introduce someone. Don't worry, we still want to make sure that we're giving you the best. So your first one is $100 cash back, that's tier 1. Your second referral, you go to tier 2, it's $200. Your third one, $300, cap out at 5. So you can still get to the top tier.
I see.
Yeah, four tiers, top is 5. You can still get there. It's just the 45 days you get the snakes and ladders game.
What's the timeline between the fourths?
With
So 500 is immediate, right? Or
Yeah,
and then
you
what-
unlock the
when it comes to
500.
the 100 referral, how long is that? Is that always 6 months? What are we at?
It really depends. Like everyone's different. I found like there's times where I'll wait a year and then I'll get my first referral from somebody.
What's the perimeter of time to qualify for the 100?
Oh no, nothing. There's no time. It's just if you miss this 45-day window,
So there's incentivized
Then-
initial window in the first
Yeah.
45 days.
exactly.
Do they still have to be a client?
No.
Like later down the road?
So 45-day tier 1.
Yeah, 45 days you can go from tier 1 to tier 5, unlock it.
Wow.
That's the key. That's what creates the urgency for referrals. What?
One.
One referral to unlock it. They don't have to buy it. You're not giving it.
Yeah.
Then you go back down the ladder.
All in,
45.
you don't go back down
No.
ladders. But that's the power of like the urgency and saying, hey, we want to help you earn back your program, but we also want to help other people faster.
So you're holding the
Okay, yeah.
account to it as well. Right?
Yeah.
So if you were going to implement something like you don't have a system like this and you were just going to bring it in, would you just give it to everyone? Like everybody starts on day 1 today, here's what we're doing?
I'll show you this. It's called a shake a tree method. I'll show you
Okay.
that one. Yeah, that's what I'm running right now. Because I'm not gonna lie, I went traveling a lot and I was not doing this on every brand new client. I was like, fuck, I gotta start doing this again. And so now I'm doing the second method, which is shaking a tree, which is all you guys can apply to shake the tree like literally tomorrow. Yes.
He's got his hand up for.
Oh, sorry. I don't know my glasses on, but I mean, I'm more so nervous. I'm just like.
I figured great eye contact. I'm like, this guy's sleeping.
High as fuck right now. Weed is legal in Canada.
So are you buying glasses as well when you go to your
I
client?
should be.
I might get you a third one right now.
2 questions. One, what's your current price point?
Mine?
Yes.
Mine is $4,500 to $3,000.
Okay.
Yeah, $3,000 to $4,500.
For
Depends.
3 months?
For how long?
That'd be for 6 months.
Okay. And then when you ask for the intro, like, do you share with them how to make that intro, or like give them the script?
Absolutely. Yeah, this is the fucking key piece. Like, this is great. You don't even fucking need this in GHL. You can literally just sit there and on your little notepad or your Google Doc sheet or whatever you do to collect notes for clients, you just write Bob and Sue. And then just put a reminder in your calendar to follow within day 21. That's all you have to do. Like, you do not need this. This kind of just takes some automation, makes it simpler for you. I'm not even using this in GHL anymore because my original GHL account, that company sold and I shut it all down and I lost all the automation. So I had to start fresh. So I just haven't rebuilt it. I do it all manually now. But it's, yeah, it's not that hard. I just put in their thing and I just put a reminder in my calendar. It's like a task. I just follow up and be like, hey, Bob, we're coming to day 21. You're getting some great results. How are things going? How are you feeling about the program? Bob's like, man, I fucking love the program. It's so good. Awesome. You mentioned Sue. Did you happen to talk to Sue yet? No? Oh, fuck, dude. You need to start this. Tell them how.
Does it matter what package they send out for? Like, do you only sell 6-month packages? What if they hit your back end offer or something?
So there, I have a little asterisk on there.
Okay.
And so if it comes down to it and someone gets introduced, what I've done is, and this has worked every time too, is like, hey, Sue came in, love her. She went with one of our different offers. Now because of that type of offer, we can't quite give you the $500 as a company. That makes sense. But what we are going to do is blank.
Okay.
And I always give like $200 gift cards. So basically, Sue, let's say my back end offer is $200 a month. Yeah, I make nothing in 30 days.
Yeah.
But I got a 12-month client out of that.
Yeah, yeah.
So here's a $200 gift card. That's fair. And they honestly, they're always like, you know, honestly, I just appreciate you helping Sue out and finding something that works for her.
Nice.
I've never had anyone like be like, oh, I'm not giving her another referral. I got a lady who gave me 7 referrals.
Wow.
Okay, she has coaching for free because of this, because she can't afford my coaching, and she just all the time. And I was like, cool. Tell them how. So this is the most important piece. You can talk all the other stuff, but if you don't tell them how to make this referral work properly, if you don't do this, you're not going to get referrals. This isn't going to work. I don't want anyone ever to be like, here's my business card, here's my Instagram handle, here's my Facebook. Fuck it, don't. Okay? The referee person, whoever, new person, they start a group chat with you in it and the referral in it. Non-negotiable. Because you've just collected the lead and you control the flow of the conversation. How many people here have been like, oh, I'm gonna do blank? Well, I just heard this gentleman here. You have a video that you haven't used yet, right? You made a video about something and you just haven't used it?
His video.
Yeah, it's called procrastination. We're all fucking great at it, right? So good at it. Procrastination's it's like a second language to us all. So the reality is you give a business card out to your client, let's say if it was an in-person client, which is not really the case, but that card is going somewhere and lost in the abyss, or they follow your Instagram account. Cool, they followed your Instagram. They're following 10,000 other accounts. Like, they're not gonna start the conversation, because if they were, they probably already would have fucking done it. Like, the reality is they probably would have reached out to some coach, they would have talked to somebody, and they probably would have done it. So you need their information. So some really easy sample texts that I found are dynamite and work every fucking time.
Tell me that. Yep.
Hey Bob, you mentioned some of your so I'm the new client, by the way, okay? So, hey Bob, you mentioned some of your fitness goals, and you have, and I really want to see you crush 2025. Here I connect you to my coach Mark. He's worked with many people, and I'm sure he can give you some great tips. Done. Super laid back. No pressure, no nothing.
3-way WhatsApp group?
This is could be WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger, or Instagram.
Three-way WhatsApp group.
3-way conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. Second option, hey, I know you're working towards some fitness goals last year, and like me, you might have had some hard times. I want to connect you to my coach. He's been key in getting me over my stuck points, but also teaching me and creating sustainable change. And the very last one is a very quick one. When someone starts getting those results, or they're like, oh no, I hired a coach. Hey Bob, you were asking me the other day about my new fitness program. I thought I'd connect you to Mark. You can ask me any questions. You never want your clients to ever answer a single question that they ask. Because that is a dumpster, like you're burning yourself down.
You're giving these to your clients.
I'm giving these to my clients and they're like, copy, paste, send this.
You send them all? You're like, here's 3 samples?
Here's 3 options. Choose which one works best for your situation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because the reality is, this is the whole thing. Make it simple. All they have to do is say, hey, pretend we met at a barbecue and you know one of your friends has a fitness goal. Open the door for me. That's all I need. You don't have to do anything else. They're gonna get something out of it. You could potentially get something out of it. Everyone's happy.
You send them this in an email?
No, I send it like in their text. Yep. Or you can email it to them, doesn't really matter. As long as they have this piece of information to start the group chat.
So that, okay, so, but that's not part of like your email follow-up you send them? Or
No. This is as soon as I pitch in the referrals. As soon as I talk about referrals, which is either, like I've done it, like I've literally done this. I've done this on the onboarding day, not even at the end of onboarding. Because I saw that was my high point. I saw the lady just like so into the onboarding and so like, fuck, this is what I've been looking for. And I said, have any of your friends ever like had this kind of experience, what we're doing right now? She's like, no, all of us have like basically had shit coaches. I was like, cool, what's one of your friends' names? And then I like fucking pulled up this thing, I was like, by the way, like I didn't want to talk about this today, but it makes sense right now because we have a wicked referral program and you can get your program for free. And then she's like, oh. I was like, cool. And I took her one name, Courtney. I was like, cool, let's start, bye, next. And I just kept going on. And then when I followed up, or I didn't even have to follow up, she was like, hey, I talked to Courtney, and she started her WhatsApp chat. And then she's like, yeah, my husband maybe too. And then her husband came on board too. So I was like, oh,
When
okay.
you say free though, there's probably 6 or 7 units they need to bring with your ticket price at 35 or 4K, right? It's 500 a pop, right?
Sorry, say it again?
Your ticket price 4,500 a pop, right?
Mhm.
It's going to be about, what, 7 or 8 referrals to actually get
They would
it.
have to, yeah, to get it
So
up.
you clarify that.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm just saying, yeah, because you can earn back your thing, right? So if you give me a referral, that's $500 towards your thing, right? Like back to your pocket.
Yeah.
So they have to give me 7,
Mm.
right? Before I used to sell them at 2,000, right? So it was less, but I also didn't get $500 then. I gave like 300 to 400 bucks. So this is key though, guys. Like having that group chat, because like the amount of times I've had a client go, oh, I was talking to my friend at the gym and I gave him your Instagram. Fuck, I'll never know who that was.
Yeah.
Never. Like last time when I first started this for a whole year, I recorded every time someone said, I gave your information out versus the ones that started the group chat. 90% of the people that started a group chat, I sat down with in 24 to 48 hours. Because I moved that conversation, I was like, tell me some of your goals, tell me this. Hey, instead of us going back and forth and blowing up Bob's fucking phone as well, do you want to just jump on a video call? Like, Bob doesn't need to hear this bullshit. Like, he's the guy who's introducing us, but he doesn't need to know about your weight loss goals and all that sort of stuff. Oh, yeah, that makes so much sense. Cool, let's just jump on a call. And out of all those, 80% I closed. The closing rate was so high. And the ones that I couldn't close was literally like massive financial issues. Where I was like, I can't do it. Not even, I didn't have back end offer when I started this, by the way. So now it's a whole different ballgame. I'm like, oh fuck, I changed something I can get. So, yes, Steve.
Oh, he sees me. I have a question in regards to, so are you giving out gift cards or are you giving out money? And if you're giving out money, are you looking at the, like, your clients are Canadians, are they US? Like, how are you facilitating this for multiple countries?
So Canadians, we do an e-transfer out of our business account.
Okay.
It's easy. Americans, we're doing usually gift cards. Yeah.
Like specific gift cards for
Like a Visa?
Usually what we'll do a Visa gift cards, or we'll be like, hey, would you want an Amazon gift card? Super simple buy. Yeah. So our American clients are a little bit different in that sense. Now I do have an American bank account that I can transfer as well. So I set that up with Wise.
Is your
Free.
okay? Maybe this is a different conversation for another day, but I'm like, in my back of my mind, what does your accounting look like for that?
For that? Well,
Are you setting it up as like a promotional thing?
Yeah, it's
in the background.
Yeah, so basically when we run this for like my accounting, this is all like giveaway gift cards. Like, so we pay out money, we have it all tracked, and it's like that's loss of revenue technically. But we can prove we gained this revenue. So when we run referrals,
it's marketing essentially.
it's marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's all marketing basically, yeah. So,
It's minimizing your tax as well. But
Yeah,
yep,
that's right.
In a court for sure.
yeah.
In a court for sure.
Even as a sole proprietor, so when I did this the first years,
Corporation.
yeah, I ran all this, like I just incorporated this year, I ran all this sole proprietor and I could write off all of it. The whole $500 I gave away, all of it was a write-off.
Okay.
So, which is dope. Okay, what am I making now? Step 2, have your follow-ups in the auto set. So, figure out your process, okay? Have this stuff locked down so you do not wait. They're hot, get on. The end story. If you don't ask, you're not gonna get it. Like, don't look begging, don't be like, huh. Look at it, like, that's the whole thing. Like, really, like, the reason why I get good referrals and I get a decent amount, which is sometimes makes me like not maybe do some of the tasks I should be doing, which is like outbound messaging and shit, like, is because I care. I'm like, man, I really truly want to help somebody like you. Like, I want another client like you so bad because I love what we're doing now. I love the response I got from you when you're like, holy fuck. I've never had a coach actually take time. Like, I had a client I just brought on, he was a referral, like literally 48 hours ago, and he was feeling so overwhelmed, and he knew I was flying. I landed, and I took like 20 minutes just to calm him down. And he's like, man, thank you so much for that. So he was so and he was an easy referral. Sold him on that call right away. So,
So 3 touch points, 10, 21, 45.
yeah, 10, 21, 45. Those are the bare ass minimum, by the way. Those are like the ones that are scheduled, that are like basically automated. So it's like, okay, I know I need to reach out to this person because we're coming around on time. So,
So even if they don't sign, they get top. So if they
Unlock.
get you on a meeting in 45 days, they unlock top tier no matter
and they
what.
stay there. Yep. So every referral that they give.
Yes.
So let's say 60 days later, they give 5 referrals. All 5 sign up. That's $2,500 in their pocket.
Yeah.
And that's what excites them. That they're like,
Yeah.
oh, they don't actually have to sign up today or tomorrow. I unlock that tier, and I just stay there. Absolutely.
But the payouts only come when someone signs.
Yep. When someone signs, yeah. So you're not losing anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. It's kind of like a two-part question. So,
Yeah.
do you have obviously like a contract? Like, hey, you're here for a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
Type of,
I did no refunds.
okay, cool. So like, if
I like
someone
that.
is like
I
a
agree.
referral, they like they come in but they cancel. They want
He said the 7
you don't get them their money back. That kind of
No.
Cool. All right. So James, then when you have obviously coaches, would your advice be to have them potentially do this, like in terms of like, hey, so it's because they're doing the onboarding calls for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. The coaches will be doing these 10, 21, 45 touch points that you're saying your coach,
Yeah.
Aaron, and
Yeah.
the
Lauren.
others would be.
Yeah. Or should
When
we
you
step
would come in as project manager, you and Dick, is that you would be doing that touch point on close because you're closing.
Yeah.
Okay, and you'd be doing that touch point, and then ultimately you'd have this dual touch point of you and coach. And coach, as well as 10, 21, 45, would have the weekly call. And just in a subtle way, like Mark said, don't make it a big slimy sales thing. It was just like, hey, reminder, what about Doris and Jane or whatever they were? Like, any thoughts on that? Any headway there? And it'd just be a soft little touch point. Or even in the messaging touch points,
Yeah.
morning and night as well. I just sprinkle in, but then you've got to, as project manager, leader, understand your people, your coaches, and make sure they do it in a way that doesn't make it icky and salesy.
Okay.
And just they do it in a way where it's authentic. But like Mark said, I would say is do it when they get a win. So
Yeah.
teach your coach to say, oh, you've just dropped this all-time lowest on the scale this morning. Hey, what about Doris? What about Jane? Any thought on that? Who else needs this right now? And that's what you were saying.
With the follow-ups, is it usually like on a call that you're like
My
actually
brain
getting
is
that
just
name,
like,
or is that a text
I'm
message?
done this year.
It could be me just going through their profile and like I see that they did their like little check-in and they dropped 10 pounds. I'm like, hey, I just saw that you dropped your first 10 pounds, blah, blah, this is fantastic. How have things been going? And like, it's always natural. Like, I'm not, like, I have those as my like backstop, so I do not forget. But there's sometimes where it's like day 14 and it's just like, that's the high. That's the right point. I'm gonna talk about it now and then I will not do the day 21 because it's like already there, right?
Yeah.
So, but I'm being very tentative about it so that I'm keeping an eye open. Yeah. Right now I've got, and then the thing I'm going to talk about next is like the shake the tree method, which is a lot different because it's not on the calls. It's not, it's like you run a referral challenge. The whole thing is a challenge and everybody's on board. Okay. Deliver the goods. I don't know what I'm doing here. Oh, not the Canada Post. So that's what it is. Okay, so the last thing I want to talk about, guys. I'm pretty sure that was my last. Oh, okay. Here, I'll go into this now. Here, this is numbers.
So what was step 3? Sorry, what was step 3?
Deliver the goods.
Sorry.
Do your shit. Yeah. Yeah, be proactive in these conversations, guys. So let's just run a fake scenario here. Bob paid you $2,000, okay, for your coaching program, and then Bob was on fucking fire, and he introduced you to 5 people. All 5 signed up, okay? You close these motherfuckers, everything's good, right? So you paid Bob out $2,000. Okay, you made nothing off of Bob, but you got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10,000 in revenue. So you brought 8,000 more in revenue. Now these people weren't as suspicious as Bob. I know this looks like a pyramid scheme, but I was like, wait for it. I was like, someone's gonna say, it. Come on. These people weren't as suspicious, so they just brought in two new friends. Okay, they introduced you to 2 new friends. So this all happened in almost a 90-day window, by the way, because of your 45-day start period. Most of this happens in about 90 to 120 days. So you've now brought in a total revenue of $32,000 extra. Basically $30,000 more than what you would have had from Bob, because you pushed that in a proper way. Now, if you did a payout of $200, all the payouts would have been $3,000. Total payouts between everybody. If you increased it to 300 or 400, $6,000. So your minimum extra revenue is $2,600. Now you're gonna hopefully re-sign most of these people because you have awesome referral relationships with them, and now you're at $27K recurring revenue.
Huge.
This is where you start building that whole thing. And that, so it's
You
like,
gotta hire Bob.
Bob's a rock star, yeah.
Yeah.
But like, the thing is, the reality is, I have clients that have referred me 7, 10, 15 people over since 2022, since I launched. Yeah.
Question.
So Bob's real.
Bob, this would be Naomi. I call Naomi and Vicky for me.
Okay.
Yeah, these would be my 2.
This is
Yeah.
fucking
Are you
amazing.
making paid in fulls?
Well, sometimes it's not a paid in full, but I try to do most of it.
If it's like payments, then do you still?
Yep.
Do you wait till like the second payment comes in? To
Yeah, so like,
reverse that, or?
let's call it. Let's say Bob paid 1,000 down, right? And then he went to month after that, or what the case is, right? Bob doesn't get any refunds, just so you know. Bob introduced these 2 people. They sign up right away. Well, these people are paying no less than 1,000 down, so I have the revenue to give back to Bob. Like, I'm not accepting anything less than 50% down on a $2,000 thing. You can't take $1,000 on your credit card. It's very fucking rare that I'll go month to month for the whole thing. I did that in my first 8 months. I lost so much revenue. Yeah, people would like quit and stuff like that, and it's like I put all this time in there. I didn't lose tons out of payouts kind of thing, because remember, I didn't start at a $500 payout when I started, okay? I had to be strategic where I was like, fuck, I can't take that much away. I didn't have that much nest egg, right? So that's where you kind of have to sit there and go, well, what can I give now? But always think more than what you're gonna give. So if you're like, oh, I can probably give $100, make it 200 somehow. Figure it out. Figure out how to make it 200. Start collecting more paid in fulls, ask for more down, like whatever it is you gotta do to make that happen. Because when you show them it's more than just a measly $100, they're like, shit, I want this, right?
Or, I mean, what you could do too is if you are doing a monthly revenue or like a monthly reoccurring, you could force them to live out their contract before it's actually paid out.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, because you could do it in a different way under the assumption that you have like a pretty straightforward contract. And it's
Yeah.
like, it's set in stone, so they can't, even though they refer somebody, if they don't stay within those months that they've agreed upon on the call, then they don't get that.
Yeah, you could just put a clause saying, yeah, if you refer someone but you canceled your thing, so like, doesn't work out. Sorry.
Yeah, but that will come down to your tracking your data.
Yeah. And like I said, like there's times where I've revamped this. There was times where I completely stopped the referral program because of how much revenue I was investing into the company instead. Like I got an app built, so I was like, fucking not paying out people right now. So then I did other things. So that's what I'm gonna show you now is the shake a tree method. So let's say you have 20 clients, okay? I know you have much more, so but let's say you have 20 clients. And so right now I'm running a referral challenge. January is always, for me so far, it's always been the worst month. One of the worst months because I've just run into people who are broke, people who are retired, blah, 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 whatever it is. So I'm like, this January is gonna be different. I have a back-end offer. I also have an app that I could do whatever the fuck I want in it and technically make my own rules. So let's use that. So I decided to run a referral challenge, and this is what I did to all my clients. I sent posts in my group and everything. Yeah, it's on this one here. I'm just reading this. Yeah, this was kind of a, like off the top of my head. Now I'm just making this shit up. Yeah. No, there's nothing after this one here. Drink break. So, a lot of talking. I'm thirsty, nervous, still sweating. So I'm running a huge challenge right now, okay? The prize value is $2,000, okay? It's not cash, but it's between free coaching time, gift cards. For me, I do genetic testing, so DNA testing, and a surprise. The surprise is based going to be off location. So I have a Ninja Creamy, so I'm really hoping one of my Edmonton people will point it, so I don't fucking get something else. But if it's not, then I'm going to come up with something else unique that's going to make you go, oh shit. And now I'm going to be like, hey, where are you located? Where are you from? Maybe I'm going to call a spa. Maybe I'm going to call a massage therapist and say, hey, we've got an hour and a half massage booked for you from the company. You know, take care of yourself, right? Whatever it is, it's a surprise bonus. The total value is about $2,000 between some free coaching time with me and etc. And I add this to the end of their stuff. I don't just, that's not, yeah. And before I give that free time, I'm probably trying to re-sign them, okay? And then I usually pitch them, and this has worked really well. I go, hey, you won this thing. We're giving 30 days free coaching time, which is valued at this. Would you like me to take that value and just reduce your monthly expenditure for the re-sign of 12 months?
Oh,
Nice.
that's smart.
That way, they could take that free month they want, but now I'm lowering your monthly costs, and I'm doing 12 months.
And you're
re-sign.
securing them for 12 months. Because that's what
12
I'm currently
additional
doing. I give them 4 to 8 weeks for free
Yeah,
for referrals. But then they take it and then they're like, I'm good now.
now I'm good now.
And I'm
Now,
like, well, fuck, I just gave you 2 months for free.
I try to always reduce their costs a little bit to compensate for that free time that I'm giving. Yeah,
I like
works out way
that.
better.
Savvy.
For me, I have a product, like a physical product, the DNA testing thing. It costs me about $250 to get it done for people, but I market it at $600. So they're thinking they're getting a $600 value thing, right? Because that's the retail value, right? This is wholesale, retail, my time to analyze it, all that shit. So that is a big thing there I give away, especially if someone's not a DNA client. They love it. They're like, I get a win-free DNA testing? Yes. That's what we're giving. So with all that, then I have another point system inside my app so they can generate points. When I do this, I say, you've got all these ways to get points, right? You know, come on to group calls, you get 100 points, okay? You do your check-in form, you get 50 points, okay? You got these ways for them to do these points and participate as a team, but also against each other. Referrals. Your first referral is 200 points. That does not mean we even have to book a call with them yet. We just need the group chat started. Like, this is a group chat, like, get people in the door kind of thing. So you start the group chat, they respond to me, okay? Then 200 points. The second referral is 400 points. The third one, 600, 800, 1,000, etc. So if someone refers five referrals, or they get 5 group chats started, that's 3,000 extra points towards this contest. Right now, I got a girl right now, and she is hungry. She is not winning on the points on the other stuff, but her referrals, she's given 5 already. So she is winning now in the thing. So every Sunday, I announce the true winner, and everyone's like, so it's super good. They're all competing against each other for it. So this is how you shake the tree. You get everyone's buy-in and say, guys, we're gonna do this for 30 days. It's gonna be intense. It's gonna be heavy. And I get them posting in the community. I get them posting on Instagram. I get them doing everything to increase engagement and my name to get pushed out to other people. Now, in order for them to get a referral points, like for this contest, they have to start a group chat. And the group chat has to respond, and it must be someone that has mentioned they have a goal for fitness. I don't want fucking someone that doesn't give a shit, okay? Like, if I'm gonna qualify that, it's pretty easy, because I just say, hey, you know, Taylor started this group chat, what's your fitness goals? Tell me more. If they're like, oh, I don't really have any, I'm just like, no, I'm not counting that, right? But like, yeah, I've been struggling for a couple of years. Perfect, awesome. I don't know if Taylor told you, but we got some really cool things going on right now. But tell me a little bit more about you. Warm pipeline, instantly, yeah. So I'm running this in January now, and basically, yeah, like the collected revenue has been over 15,000, and that's not contracted. I have to look at I have my other computer, so wrong one. But it's worked very, very well. We've gotten over 12 different referrals, and like a lot of them are closing, and a lot of them are just like they're eager and excited and hot. So
How else do they get points besides referrals?
in my app, I have a whole point system where they create a post, they get points, they comment on other people's posts being encouraging. They complete their workouts, complete their daily habits, complete their check-in forms, log their foods, and habit streaks. So I have 6 different ways that they're collecting points inside the app.
This is all automated within your app.
Yeah. So like we have like a leaderboard.
Like, you're not tracking this shit.
Yeah. So you can simplify it though, right? Like you can simplify it. Say, okay, what's the key things that are going to help my clients get better results? check-in forms, showing up to group calls, tracking their fucking food. Boom. Make those 3 your trackers.
That's smart too, because it also encourages their results to do.
It's exactly. It needs to be like you. I want you guys to win.
What do you call it? Since it's not just a referral challenge.
Yeah. Honestly, what do they call this fucking thing this time? Oh, 30-day blitz referral. That's all I did. I'm not very creative, okay? But like people are posting in our like private group inside the app, and now that people like, and what I did just for fun, after the 15-day mark, I said points are doubled.
Oh.
So now people who are just coming in, they're like, oh fuck, I could still win this thing. Yeah, you could.
How are you weighing referrals versus like the other tasks they have to check off? So if referrals are 200 points, like how much are they getting for like doing a workout or?
So I started workouts were 20 points per day.
Uh-huh.
So and then I just doubled them and then I just tripled them after. So, but like mine in the app is easier to track because it's a little automated. But it's you can find a system for you that works to start out.
Yeah.
You don't even have to do that, right? You could just make it super simple. Don't double, don't triple. Just say, hey, you get a workout done, it's 50 points. You track all your food for your day, you hit your macros for the day, it's 50 points. And if you show up to the group call, it's 50 points. And then you check and form 50 points. So 200 points, check and forms are once a week, but yeah. So you have that and you know what the total they could get each week. You just do a Google spreadsheet quickly. And then you're like, boom, and you just track it. And then you announce the points each time. On those group calls, you announce the points, and then I also post somewhere where they can all see it. So.
It's a good idea for like a 30-day challenge too, or to build up momentum.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I feel like momentum is starting to die in January a little bit. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I increased the points as January has gone on. So I'm like, hey, it's anyone's game still. And like realistically, I've done a challenge where I brought in somebody, like a referral challenge, and they referred so many people within a 2-week window, they won the whole challenge. They were a brand new client.
How does this relate to your tiered referral system in general? Like
Doesn't. No such thing as tiered.
Okay, so it's outside
Just,
of that.
no, this is just to get referrals.
Okay.
Then all those new referrals though, not drink break. But
Okay. So even if these people are already like tier 5 on your regular referral system, this is outside of that.
yeah. This is like everybody who, because a lot of times, a lot of people may not make the tier 5 right away in those first 45 days. So this gives them an opportunity to get something big and awesome back. So then there's times in the year, usually once a year, where I send out a message to all the people who aren't on tier 5 and I say, we're gonna be running a referral thing, by the way, and you can unlock tier 5 in 30 days. So I give them an opportunity to unlock
Just
it.
one will unlock it.
What do you do to, what would you say to a client that's like, hey, I'm a tier 5, I just gave you 7, I know I'm gonna win this challenge, but don't I also get like $4,000 back?
Yeah.
As well?
Be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Alright.
Oh, they do get that as well?
Oh, if they're gonna win it, they're gonna win it.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
That's
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's like what, 20 grand revenue or something? Or I don't know. Like, yeah.
Have you ever had someone call you on it? Like
No.
that?
No, I like Taylor right now. So Taylor's the one who's winning right now. She is gunning for it. So she paid $3,000 in full. She's referred 5 people now, and 2 of those people have already signed up, and the other ones I haven't met yet. So I haven't even met them yet, and I've got a call tomorrow. So if she wins it all, fucking dope. Yeah, I'm pumped.
She could be Bob,
She could be Bob.
and she could shake the tree as Larry.
Exactly.
Oh.
Okay.
So,
Wow.
like, I encourage it for sure. Now, like I said, this one right now that I'm running is a shake the tree referral. So all the referrals they're giving me right now, I'm not paying out anything for it.
That's what I was asking.
Yeah,
It's
so
like
yeah.
one or the other.
Well, they're not in tier 5,
No,
right?
so let's say you had a client from 2 months ago.
Yeah.
They were tier 5, they unlocked it, they did their thing. Now they're in the challenge.
then
Now
you pay
they're
out to them. Yeah.
Yeah, so now that they're in the Shake the Tree challenge, they give you 5 new referrals.
Yep.
And normally, if they'd given you 5 new referrals, you would give them, $500, right?
If they signed.
If they signed, right? So in this Shake the Tree challenge, if all those 5 sign, they get the points. So cool.
Yep.
You're also paying them out the 500
because they got
because
that
they're
unlocked.
in tier.
Because they got unlocked earlier, right?
Okay, so it's
So you
that's
get-
Okay,
just
so
like-
the referrals they get during this challenge can't unlock tiers.
No.
Okay, but they still get payouts.
Yep. If they're,
If
so
they
for
work,
you
they
guys,
can unlock.
none of you guys are running this right now.
Yeah.
Simplify as this, okay? I can run a shake the tree referral challenge just to start getting the
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
referrals. Okay, now every brand new referral from that point on, that's where I'm gonna start tracking. saying, hey, we just implemented a new referral system. Then what you can do is go to the clients that have referred you and say, hey guys, we're starting to implement a new referral system. You crush that challenge. Here's what we're gonna do for the next 30 days. If you bring in another referral for us, like an introduction, we're gonna unlock this tier for you. So now it's a fair game for everybody, right? Because obviously when I started this, I already had old clients.
Yeah.
So the first thing I did is shook the tree just to draw in more new clients, and then I was like, this is the start point. This is the line. Now, like I said, I haven't been perfect yet, so sometimes I'm like just signing people up and things are good. I get a referral, and I totally forget to tell them about this. I'm like, oh yeah, I forgot.
Do you mind if I make a suggestion?
Yeah.
I think if you get so dialed in like Mark's got this system right now, eventually you get a community manager who comes in and just pushes it every single day.
Yeah.
And ultimately you become a bottleneck and you're running all the other clients and everything. Eventually get someone in who's just
And that's what's
managing the leaderboards and putting incentives in the group chats and feeding it.
And that's why I wasn't always perfect about remembering like, oh shit, brand new client, like gotta tell them about this referral thing, like program that I have, right? But like for my first 12 months, oh yeah, I was like, every new client knew the referral program, everybody fucking knew it. And then like the next 12 months, I was like, oh shit, I'm trying to run too many things, dude. That's where it started falling away. Recently now, because of changes in my business, I'm like, I need to get this fucking thing operating again. Because it worked so well in November when I ran it that one time, and then I did it again. Now it's working so well. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing? I'm wasting revenue not doing this again. So that's why you have to have a system, right? That's why it's like when you start it with the shake the tree method, get something awesome, give something grand, you'll start getting the pull, you'll start seeing your hot clients, the ones that are like, fuck yeah, I want to rally for her, for him. Like I want that. Pay attention to those ones and then bring in the referral to them. So say, hey, you fucking rallied, we're gonna be starting a new referral program, and I think you're gonna do really well on it. Here's the new option.
When you were doing this back in the days, you had Go High Level. Were you tracking the stuff in Go High Level? Did you have a separate spreadsheet?
Yeah, I had a separate spreadsheet. Yeah, because I want to see because when I hired the company to help build this out and teach me about this, because I hired a company, I paid $12,000 to learn this. Like that was what they charged to teach this and do it for you. I was like, holy fuck. So I was like, this is gonna be dope. And then I was like, well, what if it doesn't work? So I tracked on my side the old way I was doing referrals, and then I tracked the new way and this ACEs. And yeah, so I made back my investment very quickly, and I was like, wow, this actually does work. You just have to have it plan it out for yourself. Can I give $300 away? If not, figure out how you can. Because at the time, did not have $400 or $500 to give away, right? So, and I also didn't collect anything in full because I didn't have, I had Stripe, but I was too afraid to ask for full payments, and I didn't use a firm. There was a lot of things holding me back in that world. Now I'm just no, I've lost enough revenue in other things. So fuck yeah, 50% down sounds reasonable. Yeah, obviously it doesn't work every time, but yeah.
How often do you shake the tree?
Once every 6 months. Yeah.
Good question.
I do beginning of the year because it's usually people are pretty
Gung-ho.
they're gung-ho, so it's easy to get people rallied. Because when I launched this in the beginning of the year again, first thing I says, guys, you all have fucking friends that are the New Year's resolutions fires. How many of those people failed by February 15th? Every client that I talked to when I did face-to-face just saying, hey, I'm thinking about doing this referral challenge, all of them were like, oh yeah, all my friends gave up by March. I was like, cool, would you like to help them? Yeah, cool. I think I might run a referral challenge, and I'm gonna be giving away free 30 days of coaching in the app on my one back-end offer basically. I'm gonna give them free access to that if I sit down with them and meet them. Or I'm giving them a discount. So this is gonna be how the challenge works. They're like, oh shit, this could help my friend out. Yeah, it could. So that was one of the reasons why I do it now. Then summer, for us in Canada here, I see a huge drop off too. Well, I'm walking more and I'm outside and I've got the wedding, I got the barbecue, I got all that. Great, fitness usually dips, right? They can cycle more, so they're not really thinking gym, they're not really thinking nutrition because they got so many beers and barbecues going on, is what I found for all my northern clients. So then I run it again then. Try to keep them re-engaged during summer.
That's smart too, because the social events will have more opportunities to spread that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So those are my 2 peak points where I'm like, these are the points where I dip usually in business, and I want them high. Then I ran it one time in my peak season in October, November, and that's when I was like, fuck, I have to stop taking on people. That was the first time where I was like, I can't take on anyone, and I increased my rates by $2,000 at the time. I literally told the lady, I was like, hey, I'm so booked up right now, I don't think I can take you on. It's gonna be a wait list, and I'll take a deposit. And I was like, unless I increase my rate because I'm gonna be working longer days. She's like, how much? I was like, it's gonna be this much now. And her friend just signed up for $4,000. I sold her for $6,000. I was
For
like, I'm
6
sorry.
months?
Yeah.
Fucking
I was
money.
like, I'm tired. So, and that's what I was like, oh. And then her husband signed up after. That was that whole.
For 6 also?
Yeah. Well,
That's
12.
good.
He was a 12 month.
Let's go, Mark.
So
Woo.
this is like say,
Go right.
if you have that on, like it all dials back. If you have a good onboarding, you should never be afraid to ask for a referral.
Can we ask about your onboarding magic? What is your onboarding magic?
Yeah, well, for me personally, like I have it, I built it in Trainerize before, and then I rebuilt it in my coaching, and then I rebuilt it in my own app. But it's like 14-day process where every day it's like a little task. Like they open up the video, they watch the 30-second video. It tells them where to go in the app and what they need them to do, and it's got this whole like journey. And it's me talking to them every single day in a video, but then I message them every day after to follow up on the task from the day before. And it's very simple. It's like, today, I just want you to put your stats into the app.
Are the messages automated?
No, it's personal. Yeah. For their onboarding. And then, so I'm like, today, like the first video is like, hey, today, all you're gonna do is you're gonna go into this section of the app. You're gonna watch how to take proper before and after photos, how to take proper measurements, put it in the app, and send me a message saying, I'm done. Then as soon as I get that message, the next day I go, hey, just double checked everything. Way to go, super proud of you. Can't wait to see what you do for day 2. Day 2, how to track nutrition in the app. So it's a very step-by-step process because a lot of people I work with are like fucking mayhem and brain scattered like I am. So it's like, oh shit, I forgot to do this. No worries. It's 9 days of tasks, but we give 2 weeks to complete. Yeah, that way they don't feel overwhelmed and like this guy fell over was like, man, I don't have a tripod, I can't take the before and afters. Hey, don't worry about it. Go to day 2. Now we're gonna track nutrition because he can do that at camp. Now if you got a buddy in camp, go back to day 1. So it's always like that, and then every day I just double check their work, and it takes me 2 seconds. Like I'm just
So
like,
when you had Trainerize, did you have Trainerize
Yeah.
before your app? Were you doing like Loom videos for all
so
that?
I made separate videos, like workout videos, and scheduled it and built it like it's a
Shut
workout.
up.
Yeah.
So it was like you would complete it, so I would know you completed. I'd see the check marks, or it'd be blank, and I go, oh, I missed that. So then I know to go back and go, hey,
Like
I
a
know.
master sheet and a master template, right? Yeah.
So I was like, hey, I noticed you didn't do this, blank, blank, blank. And I had 3 different onboarding processes. One for at home, so someone who's like doesn't have a gym, nothing, they have no equipment. Onboarding process for that, because I have like some testing in there I do for them. Then I have an onboarding for a full gym. Then I have an onboarding for part gym, part home. So it kind of covered all my bases in a sense of like what type of client might come to the door. And then that way I would like, okay, this person has no fucking equipment, they're doing this one. And I would just drop in their calendar.
What if you have people like, you know, like some people have full gym, some people have like, I have dumbbells and a cable machine in my apartment gym. Like, they,
Yeah,
you have
so
like a
then I
bunch
would-
of different.
Not too bad, cause like the home one, where like there's one
You
that
can just
has
use
like
bands
just mainly
instead of
dumbbells and
cables.
bands.
Yeah.
And so I do that, but on their onboarding form, like the first step they ever do is they fill out this 30 questionnaire. And it's like, do you have a home gym or are you going to the gym? If they say yes or no, which I already know this answer on the calls, because that's the first thing I want to talk about. Because if they say to me, personally, this is me, they say, I do not go to a gym. I'm like, you're getting custom coaching. Because I'm not dealing with this whole, like, I got a fucking rubber band here, I've got this fucking here. I'm like, I'm gonna build you a workout that's gonna match all your equipment you have at home, and everyone has different home equipment. So I'm like, if I'm doing the work, you're a custom client.
Pay for it.
Done. The instant, I don't negotiate that. And then when they fill that out in their form, I know exactly all the pieces of equipment they have. And then I can just quickly build a workout program based off of that. So,
Do you then tailor their onboarding?
yeah, it's very rare I have to change anything because those 3 onboardings usually cover almost everything. So I just kind of look at like, oh, because on my QA call with them, they're like, oh, I have a cable machine and dumbbells. Okay, we're gonna do the onboarding one that has mainly all dumbbells. I'm gonna get rid of the machine shit, and I'm just gonna leave it all dumbbells instead. So it takes me 2 seconds to change it quickly. And I do it with them on front. So they see like, oh, he's customizing this onboarding for me. Yeah, that's part of the whole process. So.
Can you expand on what you get for free, like in your app, like when they sign up or like, sorry, they get your app if they don't sign up, and is it just workouts that you're providing throughout that time, or what?
Yeah, great question. So when they come onto the app, right now we will set their macros for them, their base macros for their goal setting. And then in our app, we have a separate login, a specialty login for those type of clients, and they can actually see our beginner, intermediate, advanced programs. And it has like 4 beginner programs from like all different things like no equipment, base equipment, like all sorts of stuff. And then we actually will direct them which programs to suit them best based off of our call that we just did with them, our interview that we just did. And then we'll literally put that in their calendar and start them on that program. then they can come to our group calls for any personal Q&A questions, be a part of the community, start tracking their nutrition, do their body stats. So they get like our full back-end coaching offer for 30 days completely free. Then, if after that 30 days, well, before the 30 days are done, we're just like, hey, how are you finding it? Are you really enjoying this? Blah, blah. Oh man, I love this. Cool. If you want to continue this, it's $199 a month. Or if you'd like to get into some one-on-one coaching, like we were talking about earlier, we actually will still apply that discount, that $500 off, because we still really want to work with you. Even though we just gave them 30 days for free, we'll still give them $500 off. And we do convert some of those.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're still literally just giving a coaching for free.
Yep. Just the back-end offer. It takes me no time. I'm already doing group calls with all the other clients, so it's not extra time on my hands. I'm doing a call with them already, doing a consultation, so to sign up on the app takes me 10 minutes.
So your back end offer, you're doing like a group, it's a group coaching style.
Yes.
People, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
they get to come in and they can be like, hey, I weighed myself, these are my pictures, what do you think, Mark?
Yeah, and I will actually like open it up in front of everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they know that hey, if you want me to help you, I will open up your stuff. And then I'll teach them about it. Like, hey, okay, so I'm looking at your breakfast, lunch, and dinner that you just built. Your breakfast, like, I would probably dial back your fats because by the time you get to the end of the day here, you're quite over. That's gonna affect your goals. Oh shit, didn't know that. No problem. Next question.
Cool.
And so like I'm teaching them on a one-on-one basis in the group call setting. Yeah, so I'm not taking any extra time out of my day. So
Gotcha.
that's why we don't mind giving it away for 30 days. Just be like, yeah, if this is gonna help you or this is gonna build and nurture you and make you trust our systems and our process. Now they're in our app too, which is another huge thing because like they're using our platform, they're using our stuff, and like that's a lot more fun. Yeah. It's like Meg had that bar, she told me all about it, but if she had walked over and given me a piece of it, I would have been 10 times more bought in.
Well, it's too bad because it's gone.
I know, I saw that, but that's the reality. If you bring them in and give them something of it, they're already 10 times more bought in. So that's that. Any other
Quick question, yeah. One more here. And I might have just missed it. With your referral structure, like if I refer a client to you, you give me 500. What would you give to the person if I refer Nico? What would you give Nico? How much off his coaching?
He'll get $500 off.
Oh, so it's 500, 500. Okay.
Yeah, that's equal value.
So 500 cash, 500 off the coaching.
Yep.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
Thank you.
So you always need to like that's the one thing you want to pay attention to as well. Like we're not gonna run a sale and then give Nico a discount on the sale price. We're gonna go what our regular rate is. Let's say our regular rate is $2,000. Then sure we can do it for $1,500. Use a referral. I've never met him in the first place. Worth it. Okay, I'll take a little bit less money. But if the sale is $2,000, which this is the sale, the $2,000 is sale. I'm pricing it at $2,500 regular.
Yeah.
Because that way I'm covering my ass just in case. I don't want a double discount, double sale. It's just too good.
Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, because then these numbers will be completely different. Yeah. And then sometimes we tell people too, like if the sale is better than the referral off, because we've done that too, right? Where I've done it like you buy 6 months of coaching, you get 6 months on our back end offer. Well, that's way better than the referral, $500 off. Then I'm like, fuck that. You're gonna pay $4,500, but we're gonna give you the back end offer or the 6 months of our back end at no cost to you. That doesn't even cost us anything. So.
Okay.
All right. So.